the tumultuous waters of the Red Sea, the ominous shadow of Houthi aggression looms large, casting ripples of uncertainty across global trade routes. With brazen threats to ships as far south as the Cape of Good Hope, the Houthi rebels have escalated tensions to new heights. Houthi terror has been West's nightmare ever since the attacks on vessels began in November 2023. Now, while it worries West on the one hand, it strengthens Chinese grip on the other, raising concerns for countries like the US, UK, Germany and France. Now, in a recent strike, Yemen's Houthi rebels claimed attacks on 2 ships in the Gulf of Aden and 1 in the Indian Ocean. With each attack and strike, the Houthis have successfully demonstrated their reach with drones capable of striking targets over 1,200 miles away from their Yemeni bases. Now, one such example is the attack on MSC Orion, a container ship navigating the Horn of Africa. Now, this incident serves as a stark reminder of their capability to disrupt maritime commerce. Thus, one can easily conclude that any vessel voyaging from the Middle East or Indo Pacific to Europe faces a tangible threat of a Houthi assault. Now, the fear of further attacks has prompted companies and governments across South Korea to Sri Lanka to reassess their security measures. Now, while the absence of a decisive response from the United States leaves a glaring gap in regional stability, in such a situation, China is slowly positioning itself as a potential mediator or influencer in the region. Amidst these developments, one might wonder, what is China doing to navigate the turbulent waters of the Red Sea and its surrounding regions? Furthermore, could the escalating Houthi attacks potentially embolden the dragon, amplifying its assertiveness in the area? For that, let's take a deep dive. Now, as they say, what goes down in the Middle East reaches far and wide. Thus, as conflict engulfs the Middle East, its repercussions can be felt far and beyond the region's borders, shaking the foundations of even the Indo Pacific. In the ongoing standoff between Israel and Gaza, the blame game intensifies, with anti-American sentiment gaining traction in Indonesia and Malaysia. Economic ramifications are felt acutely as consumer boycotts target American brands, leaving businesses reeling from significant losses. Moreover, the escalating unrest threatens to derail delicate negotiations for diplomatic ties between Indonesia and Israel, jeopardizing Indonesia's aspirations for deeper integration into the global economy. Now, amidst the chaos, China emerges as a strategic player, seizing the opportunity to assert its influence in the Middle East and beyond. With a flurry of diplomatic activity, including hosting reconciliatory talks between Palestinian factions, China seeks to position itself as a mediator and alternative power broker. Now, representatives from Hamas have reportedly convened behind closed doors in Beijing in China as part of efforts to advance intra-Palestinian reconciliation. Now, the specter of China's rising dominance looms large, prompting speculations on its intentions and strategic ambitions in the Indo Pacific region. Now, as the world watches the unfolding crisis, doubts emerge regarding America's ability to uphold its role as a global leader and guarantor of security. With the United States Navy seemingly powerless to deter Houthi piracy, questions abound about the future of American hegemony in safeguarding vital sea lanes. Now, the erosion of trust in American leadership extends beyond maritime security as concerns mount over Washington's capacity to manage simultaneous crises across multiple theaters. In the face of mounting challenges from powers like China, Russia, and Iran, allies in the Indo Pacific grapple with a sobering question. Can the United States effectively counter the growing threats to regional stability? Will the Houthis end up giving strength to the dragon? And given the volatile situation in the region, it's a valid concern for our allies in the Indo Pacific. And that is, if the United States can't deter Russia, Hamas, Iran, or the Houthis, how likely is it that America can effectively counter China's ambitions? Till then, as tensions escalate and geopolitical fault lines deepen, the Indo Pacific finds itself at a crossroad, grappling with the repercussions of the Middle East turmoil.